Welcome to How to GA and ECOSOC 101. This short tutorial will explain how the timing and the format of a General Assembly or an Economic and Social Council will work, as well as explain how to make motions in committee. The ultimate goal is to come up with a draft resolution that will get passed by your fellow delegates to address many of the problems within the given topic. Let's walk through the general timeline of what you can expect out of committee. Debate happens through the speakers list, moderated caucuses, and unmoderated caucuses. Let's break each of these down. Once the committee has opened debate, the chair will accept those who wish to speak onto the speakers list, each for a 1-minute speaking time. Whenever the committee is unable to determine its next step, it will default to the speakers list. To be added to the speakers list, the chair will either accept notes up to the dais or call on several people at a time. Your chair will make it clear which system they are using at the beginning of committee. Then, delegates will be called up to the dais to deliver their speeches. After a while, you may propose a moderated caucus. To propose a moderated caucus, you need to do 3 things: give the total time of the mod, the speaking time of each delegate, and the topic. For instance, you can make a motion and say 15-minute moderated caucus, 1-minute speaking time on the topic of global environmental regulations. If a moderated caucus gets passed by the committee, then delegates will give speeches, one after another, about their views and how they should solve the topic. After a mod has been elapsed, you may propose an extension of the same moderated caucus if you wish to discuss more on the same topic, by asking motion for an extension of the previous moderated caucus by 10 minutes. Note that extensions cannot exceed the amount of time that the original moderated caucus was. You may also propose an unmoderated caucus. An unmod is a free-for-all. To propose this, you don't need to specify a topic. You would declare motion for a 15-minute unmoderated caucus. What you want to do during this unmod is to merge the ideas that you and your fellow delegates have been working on, and work together to create a working paper. If your committee is a double delegate one, then you may want one delegate in the room delivering speeches, while the other delegate works outside of the room with your peers on working papers. If at any time there are no motions on the floor, or all proposed motions have failed, the committee will default to the speakers list, per the chair's discretion. During this time, general speeches and debate will be entertained. Around the end of second session on Friday, you should hand in your working papers to the chair, either by USB, airdrop, or email. At the start of third session, you can begin by a motion to introduce all working papers on the floor. At this time, each directive will have 1. A reading period, 2. An opening speech by the authors, and 3. A question and answer session. During the reading period, read carefully through the document to find questions that your country may have. Then, a selection of the authors will deliver a speech introducing the working papers, before launching into and receiving and answering questions. During the Q&A phase, time only counts when the authors are answering the questions, not when the questions are being asked. This process will be repeated for the remainder of the working papers. Around the beginning of fourth session, each block will try and merge their working paper with another group in order to create a draft resolution. For draft resolutions, the chair will accept no more than 1/2 of the number of working papers that were introduced. For instance, if there were 6 working papers, there can be no more than 3 draft resolutions. Thus, you must find a group to work with and to merge your ideas with. The timing of this will be fairly similar to sessions 2 and 3. Session 4 will feature moderated caucuses, unmoderated caucuses, and general debate, and draft resolutions will be expected to be handed in to the chair by the end of this session. Session 5 will feature a reading period, open speeches, and a Q&A once more. At any time, amendments may be written and introduced for any of the draft resolutions. Finally, the committee will vote on each resolution. Hopefully this gave you a good idea of what to expect out of a GA or ECOSOC. The structure is definitely fluid and is ultimately up to your chair's discretion. This tutorial should give you the general format, but will not act as the hard and fast rule to everything. If you need more help or have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at committees@HNMUN-LA.org. Hope you enjoyed and good luck!